I started working with Isoba about 7 years before his first album came out.
Okay.
So, and I started working with Isoba, one, because I thought his potential was incredible, but also because he was using his own language. So if Isoba speaks English, he will speak his English anyhow he can speak it. If he's speaking Frafra, he will speak it how he likes. If he's speaking Tree, he will speak it how he likes. And this for me was a very important distinction. So I wanted to work with Isoba to teach and prove to the other artists I was working with that, you don't need slangs to make hip-hop, you don't need patois to make dancehall, you don't need, in it to do trap or whatever. Let's use whatever language comes most naturally to us. So even though I've been trying to work with Pidgin and indigenous languages for 30 years, Isoba was the one who kind of epitomized it, because his music doesn't depend on language at all. But if it's English, he'll speak Pidgin. If it's Tree, he'll speak Pidgin Tree. If it's maybe his own language, he can speak quite perfectly. But any other language that he decides to sing in, he doesn't feel the need to speak somebody else's kind of that language. He will create his own, knowing full well that it's music, you will understand me. With music, you don't have to put words in exactly. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, syntax and form and structure. Those things don't matter. It's just, Charlie, you can say whatever you want and people will understand you.
So you enjoyed working with him the most?
I've really enjoyed working with Isoba a lot. I have always enjoyed working with One Love because he's very, very hardworking.
Definitely.
One Love doesn't, in terms of hardworking, I would say, One Love is one of the hardest working people I know. And people often think music is about talent. I've never had much faith in talent. I've always believed, hard work is the key to success. Sure, having some talent can help you, but no matter who you are, in order to sustain a career over any period of time, it's going to be your work ethic that decides whether you are going to succeed or fail. And sometimes we see one-hit wonders. Sometimes it's the lack of a work ethic. So you can get lucky. Sometimes it's not luck. You still work for it. But if your work ethic isn't strong enough, you lose momentum. So really, it's to any artist, talent, don't value your talent. Value your work ethic. After working for the BBC for a while, I realized journalism is not the place to tell the truth. Journalism always has an agenda. So I felt the only place I can tell the truth is in music. Because in music, there's no censorship. There is, if people like your song, they will repeat it. If they don't, that's it. So
but you've just called all of us liars.
We journalists here, we never tell the truth. There is no journalist in Ghana, I cannot find one statement that they have made which is inaccurate. Highly inaccurate.
Start with me.
It's okay.
Start with me.
Not today. Not today.
Challenging you.
Journalism.
Asking me if he's a journalist.
Okay, every proper journalist lies.
Did you spend too much time writing?
I think it was Monio.
Really?
Yeah, Monio took me years to write.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean?
Monio took me years to write.
Why?
I started off. So I know these things will come up. So there's a song called I Believe that I wrote for a long time. Put it somewhere. That kind of thing. But Monio, dear, it was actually constantly I am on it. But yeah, it took me about 2 years to write Monio.
2 years?
Yes. Yeah, Monio took about 2 years to write.
2 years?
Yeah. I know how and why I'm saying that, because I know where I started. And actually, when I went into the studio, reposting. Oh, I've seen Sissy share it. I've seen Ohima speak up. Actually, when I released that video, I released at 6 o'clock UK time. The moment I shared it, OJ called.
Okay.
and said, "Sis, you're blessing me this morning. You're blessing me. I just love what you've done." And he was full of praises. Ohima calls, and I dream Susa because she went online to find the audio because the video came in the morning, but the audio was out by midnight. And so she called, like she's been crying.
My mercy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Joe shared it on all his platforms.
Joe Metal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's these are the ones I have seen.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Sisi Chum
has shared it, or Sisi Chum shared it on Instagram. And I think when somebody's doing an event, I'll do a video. I don't know what you're saying. Maybe you are not checking it out well.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe.
And so, as a musician, what you need to know is that the music video that you put out represents the songs that you sing. Then again, do you want to be...
Not to cut you, the music video that you put out represents the songs that you make,
Yes.
but it doesn't represent your image.
No, of course, I mean, you did a song.
Sure.
That is your intention. So you want to communicate with somebody.
Sure.
Like I said earlier, IVI, identity, your vision, intention. So your intention is to, communicate the words that you put in on a song. So you ask, of course, the video directors will, plan or draw a script or probably a plan for the video, but you know yourself. You know where you fit in best. You understand? So, because the video director goes home, everybody goes home, it's definitely you and your fans. So they look at the video and ask about why because most of the times, the people get criticized are not the video directors, but the artists.
Sure.
So that means that you need to have a say in there. Now the image that we see, you get me, the image, your lyrical content that we hear and we see, is what sticks into our head. So do you want me to see an image like 4x4 Sickly Tele? I mean, if they were able to continue that for a very long time, that would have been their brand.
Sure.
But the question is, would that resonate to what the kind of music they do? Or will that, be able to sell to the urban markets? But I can confidently say that the Ghana music as a whole, and then of course our music directors have come a very long way.
Sure.
I mean, I can sit here and say that we are best amongst, so one of the best, or probably among the 3 best in Africa.
Sure.
Because with a very little budget that we are able to provide, these guys are able to give us wicked vibe, wicked content. You understand? So our video directors have done super well. I mean, before others go in, we were doing amazing. I mean, most people came here to study and went away with it. But looking at the budget that we as people, as the industry, unfortunately, it's not so easy for an artist, and in a situation where there's not a proper record label in the system where it is between you, yourself, one-man business as an artist manager and artist, I need to raise 20K to shoot a music video, 30, 40, 50K. And these guys are able to churn out these things, these videos, that makes them platinum. And I could simply sit down and imagine how much budget was
Put into that music
put
video.
into that.
Yes.
You get me? So